Hi, my ghouls. Welcome back to the coven. I'm so glad you're here with us. The other day I had a question that was asked, how did you get into video games? Or I can't remember verbatim what it was, but basically the start of my video game journey. Why don't I go into the past and think about how it is that I did get here? But if we're gonna go all the way back, we are gonna go all the way back to my time with the PlayStation 2, which I do actually still have. I don't have my first PlayStation. I have probably my 7th PlayStation. When I would go on some building times with my dad. My dad is a construction worker slash electrician slash carpenter. He is a man of all trades, and a lot of times I really loved going with him. I didn't like to stay home alone. Obviously sometimes when I was not allowed to go, I would go to my grandma's. Is that when he would take me to some of these places, some of them were his friend, some of them had children, and then I became friends with those children, quote unquote, more so like, I'm only gonna see you one time, let's play, whatever. My first one, I don't have it with me. I do love physical copies, but I really loved Sims 2. And to be specific, Sims 2 Pets. The first game that we're gonna talk about is my holy grail. This is the game that I, not embarrassingly so, paid over $700 to receive because they no longer made this game anymore. To be honest, this person who I got to do a payment plan on was really sweet and sent me the game like even without all the money. This game is called Hunting Grounds. This right here is my legit holy grail. If you know anything about this game, you understand. This is back when I was a kid. The only thing I had left of that I was a kid was my pieces of papers that I wrote for cheat codes. I played this game probably a million times. I haven't played it for a while, and I really want to figure out a way to play it on my monitor, but let's read this. Prisoner of whom? Awakening from a deep, deep sleep, 𝖂𝖊𝖑 finds herself alone, locked away in a strange cellar, with 𝖬𝑅𝑒, a thread on her back. She is locked in a cage. She must escape, but how? Fiona starts roaming through the old castle. As time goes by, Fiona learns the truth. She was the only survivor of a car accident that claimed both her parents' lives. Still unconscious, she was mysteriously brought to this castle, the property of a distant relative. The news is a huge shock to Fiona, but it's only the beginning. A strange-looking man is following Fiona relentlessly. Piercing gazes, moving shadows. Is someone there, or is it just her imagination? Medieval alchemic devices and contraptions loom menacingly in neat arrangements. The castle is totally twisted with an ominous tone in the air. Fiona stumbles upon a trapped dog and sets it free. The two team up, and their search for answers and a way out begins. Where will this demented nightmare take them? And I wrote in this book, like I really did write in this book. I feel like we've all been there when we own something, we kind of like get really into it. And then I wrote in here, I want to know what this is. This, and I scratched out, is an awesome game, for some reason. This is an awesome game. This is an awesome game. I recommend, and I like how I'm putting like a little dash between the rec. I recommend this game to anyone if you love terror and horror. I love Fiona, and I'm going to name my This is kind of crazy. I, obviously as a kid, didn't know what I wanted in life. I didn't know if I wanted a child or millions of cats or 5,000 dogs or goats or sheep or whatever. I just knew that I really liked the idea of like going into the home magazines or in the home papers and circling, oh, this is my husband. I didn't know what it was that I was into, but I would circle like, oh, this is my husband. Oh, these are my children. Or I hope someone else has done this before. And if you haven't, it's okay. I can be the first. So my first baby, it's not in here, but I knew what I wanted my first baby to be named. Obviously, I wanted girls. I mean, because girls rule. But I was like, my first baby would be named Shiloh after 𝕿𝖊𝖑 which, chef's kiss, I saw it this past Friday. So cool. And then it says, I'm gonna name my second baby Fiona, and she'll become the Haunting Ground fan. I was gonna force this Haunting Ground game on them. I honestly cried when I didn't have Haunting Ground. I did. Oh, I did. I cried when I didn't have a Haunting Ground. I did. Okay. Will. What? I don't know what I was writing. I love you, Haunting Ground. People, I don't know what my life would be without you. Without it, I love you. Goodbye. She has my blue eyes. I mean, looking back at this is kind of funny. Start playing the game, you're in this car with your parents and everything's beautiful and amazing, and then you get struck by something, and then you get taken up in a cage like it said, and then something is kind of in the shadows, and you kind of notice a dog presence, but you don't really know anything yet, and you wake up in this like silky sheet for like a bed, and you're just naked. And it's kind of just the ambiance, the eeriness of it. I was already really into horror by this time. I loved House of a Thousand Corpses. It was just like right up my alley. Haunting Ground kind of was that revolutionary game, and I would bring my mattress into the living room when I would just want to play the game all day. It was either summer or after school, and I would have my bag of hot fries and my Coke, and I just play game. I would eat my ramen. It was something I did all night, all day. I never stopped playing it. And then even when I did stop playing it, I would hide Fiona somewhere in the house, like the castle or wherever we were at, and Huey, which is the dog, would, you know, walk around and growl whenever the villains came. I never got found, so I basically would leave it on all night because I love the ambiance of the game. And till this day, I kind of fall asleep to some of it. Yeah, but in these like little sheets, I wrote like cheats on, you know, some of the parts that I would get really caught up on. I made multiple sheets. I mean, I really was into it, which is kind of crazy. Roxy, let someone else do that statue part for you, or you're gonna have to do it. I could not get past the statue part. That's at the very end of the game, kind of towards the end of the game. The amount of times that I would like punch down on the controller, I was getting really sick and tired of doing it, and I did it all the time. So a lot of times I would call in my friends or my dad and be like, can you just like this for me, because I can't do it for some reason. There are so many missing valuables that are not solved or looked for, so tell Huey to go and he'll look. If he doesn't, tell him again. Always save because you never know what's going to happen. That's kind of true today. A lot of times in every game, I've always saved no matter what, because I really don't know what's going to happen, and I have that problem with Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate, I save every time. But why Haunting Ground? You know, a lot of games that I come across, it's hard for me to be like, this sucks, I'm not going to play this game again. I think Haunting Ground, since it came into my life at such a impressionable age, I would say maybe like, I would probably say 10, maybe 9. I would say the youngest would be 9. Something about staying up all night playing this game, beating it multiple times, just reading the story, playing a female with a companion. It was just everything I was into. For our next game, this is Spyro. Now, This is not the game that I grew up with. I found out that the two games that I've played are A Near Beginning. That was the first time I ever been introduced, and I will put it here. This is the first game that I was introduced to Spyro, and I really want a Spyro, like, hoodie. Oh, I love that dragon. I also want a Spyro plushie, which I should get on that ASAP. I also, if you haven't noticed, I'm really into purple. I love purple, and I love black, but even though Spyro is purple and gold, which I still think is a beautiful color. But I played A New Beginning. That was my first introduction into Spyro, and then Eternal Night. I don't know where the jump came from, so I don't know. We're selling this at a game store? It wasn't GameStop. I can't remember where I got this, if I'm being honest with you. A New Beginning, I definitely beat that one. Eternal Night, there was a part in the game that I could not figure out and was really confused as to how do I get up there. I can't remember what part it was, but it was so annoying. And I was like freaking the heck out because I was like, why isn't Spyro going up there? He's a dragonfly. Anyways, my crash outs in my game funny because I will get mad, and then I will laugh about it.
Sure, Jan.
Some games. Oh, Outlast. Anybody know about Outlast? Outlast is one of those games that I would get really mad about and wouldn't let go. Enter the Dragonfly. At the conclusion of the Year of the Dragon Festival, young dragons from all over the dragon realms receive their very own dragonfly, a momentous event in the life of every dragon. I'm gonna be honest with you, words and I don't match well sometimes, so if I'm saying that wrong, sorry. Dragonflies, each with a unique personality and kazoo-like voice, fly in from all over the dragon realms to be with their own dragon. Citizens from near and far come to witness this important event. With peace finally restored to the realms, the festival gets underway. Grand parade floats hover in the air, and the dragon celebrates as they await the arrival of the dragonflies. However, unbeknownst to the dragons, a sinister plot is about to unfold. And that is Spyro. I don't have a lot to say on it, like I did Haunting Ground. Our third game, Gun. This is a Western. The main thing that sold me on this, guess what sold me on this? It wasn't the cowboys. It wasn't the Western look. It was horses. There are horses in this game. This is Gun. Set in the untamed West of the late 1800s, Gun is a free-roaming action-adventure game that takes you to a world without laws, where greed, lust, and murder are rampant. As Colton White, a vengeful gunslinger, you must straddle the line between good and evil in a showdown against corrupt lawmen, a murderous preacher, love that part, renegade army, psychopaths, merciless outlaws, and relentless warring tribes. Along the way, you'll wage war on horseback, collecting bounties, and protect prostitutes. Travel through an action-packed landscape of high mountain wilderness, deserts, and bustling territorial towns in an epic story of betrayal, greed, and revenge. My reasoning for playing this game kind of liked Colton White. He was kind of hot. He's hot, and I love playing a good / bad guy. I love playing a vigilante. This Gun and Haunting Ground were they were side by side for me. I would play both of these games over and over and over again. These were my tried and true. Yeah, I genuinely had the best time ever playing this game, and I recommend it for people who want to try something new that have never heard of this. And if you have a PlayStation 2 or can somehow find a way to play it, I highly recommend it. I'm gonna give it a big shout out to my last 2 videos. You guys really made me super happy. Aww. I cannot believe it even surpassed 100 views. I know that it's not a lot to some people, but truly when I check my YouTube and it's doing, like, people are seeing it, commenting, and thank you so much. I really appreciate it. 𝖭𝖊𝖊. 𝖭𝖊𝖊. This game is so fun. And you know what I did most of my time? Not build roller coasters. Build relationships. You can date people in the park as the park builder here. Isn't that crazy? This is what it looks like. So cool. You can do interactive. I also did a lot of the mini games with my friends. The mini games were kind of revolutionary. Welcome to 𝖭𝖊𝖊, your all-access pass to adventure. Your funky Uncle Martimir is so impressed with your coaster designs and so toasted after a workshop and accident that he's put you in charge of 𝖭𝖊𝖊, his latest, greatest theme park suite. Oh, theme park suite. Now it's up to you to prove that you've got what it takes to design and run the hottest vacation destinations. You decided what new rides to construct, what food to serve, and what type of guests to attract. It's all up to you, and the best part is that you're not stuck in some lame manager's office underground. You're right in the middle of the action. Try out all your rides. Take on some awesome challenges, talk to your guests, and find out what they think of your spread. That's so interesting to say. Make friends, make changes. It's your park. Live large. Step into a non-stop party in mega theme parks you create. Customize your park, interact with guests, and build and ride your own roller coasters and other rides. Race on go-kart tracks you construct, play mini golf on courses you design, and much, much more. Join your friends for multiplayer party games, from bumper cars to arcade games. You can also tour your parks on foot, chatting with all your guests to help them out and make sure they're enjoying themselves. Build, manage, customize, and socialize your way through 5 different theme parks you create. They're making sure that you know that this is your thing, because they're emphasizing you a lot. Intuitive, easy-to-use tools allow you to create dozens of rides types, including wooden, corkscrew, and inverted roller coasters, merry-go-rounds, trams, and all your favorite carnival rides. The mini-games you install are more than simple props for your park. You can actually play them. Take on your buds. I love that. Take on your buds. I want to start calling my friends Bud again. That's kind of, I don't know, is that weird? In bumper, saucer soccer matches, remote-controlled car races, shooting galleries, custom mini-golf courses, rhythm challenges, arcade-style shoot-em-ups, and many more. The shoot-em-ups are actually kind of fun. They're like these little, they're like fake little guns. You'll have like your team and another team, or it could be you versus another person, or you versus everyone else. Chat and build friendships with, build friendships? Just friendships? Come on now. Oh, here we go. Maybe I should read before I say anything. Okay. Chat and build friendships with any of your guests. You might even flirt with cute ones that address your unique concerns about your parks, or even help a guest impress their crush. Listen to what your guests really want and make your park into the coolest party spots around. I genuinely would play this game so much. Honestly, I probably played the mini games way more than I ever played the game, like the actual game. It's just kind of like, has anybody ever played Roller Coaster Tycoon? Anyways, 𝖭𝖊𝖊 was one of those games when I didn't really want to be scared, or I played a lot of Haunting Ground and I didn't want to get too burnt out. Same thing with Gun, I didn't want to get too burnt out. I really did enjoy a lot of these games growing up, and when I wasn't outside climbing trees, listening to music, jumping on trampolines, playing with horses, my life was kind of a lot different than what it is now. Living in the city, I never thought I would live in the city. I really liked the country back then. I mean, I still do. These were all my tried and true that I could play over and over again and not get burnt out. It just kind of made me who I am, and kind of gave me it made me feel like I belonged. And I feel like the gaming community is a great community as long as you get rid of a lot of the people who are not mean or rude about what it is that you play, what console you play. Everybody's having fun. As long as we're all having fun and taking care of each other, truly this could consistently be a great community, which is why I really want to go to Comic-Con. I hope that this video was fun to watch. If you would like a part 2, please let me know. And again, I'm gonna put all my socials all over the place. I would really love if you came and checked out my Twitch. I would love to talk to all of you. And until the next video, I hope that you have a wonderful week. I know things are not easy. I know that things are hard, but somehow these silly little videos, these silly little songs, these silly little coffees that we all enjoy, anything that we enjoy, they kind of make life worth living. Sometimes I don't make sense at the end of these videos, but I have to go to work now. Isn't this crazy? I actually actively have to be in my car going to work. So I think we should do that. Bye!